Howdy! It should be working now. Let's see. We'll see who wants to stroll in here. And let me get everything up and running. Make sure we got this going this time. Is it working, Mike? Can you hear me? N8 Germ in the house. I had to start a second stream, y'all. Vanessa Angel Rose creating and sharing in the house. I'm waiting for my mods to catch up to me here. MD95 TSI in the house. Can you hear me? I had a problem. Okay. I was all having a problem with the audio earlier. I thought it was just my voice because of having this cold, but it sounds better than it did before. Okay, cool. That's what I like to hear. Okay, because I know I don't sound up to par because of the cold, but it shouldn't sound horrible. Oh my goodness. Let's see who all's in here. MD95 TSI in the house. NA Germ in the house. Rusty Faith in the house. Al with Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop in the house. Shelly with Know What Mom Knows is in the house. All Around and Back Again's in the house. Weaves Gaming is in the house. B&J Hunting in the house. Ivan, oh boy, Barrentos. I hope I said that correctly. Boss Lady Lexi in the house. WWE and Games in the house. Victorian Edge in the house. Mike with Walker Outdoors in the house. Okay. Got everybody strolling in. Shane with Shane's Hobby Shop is in the house. Good. Getting everybody gathered up here. Sorry about whatever the issue was before. I don't know. I mean, you know, when I restarted, I unplugged the camera and plugged it back in. So maybe this will take care of it. So somebody's sending me some kind of a message here. And let's see what they got to say to me. If I can get it to cooperate here. Okay. Al was just thanking me for giving him the link. Cool beans. Cool beans. All right. I sound better now. I wish I felt better. Oh, I tell you, I have been sick since right before Christmas. I got down with that flu. My body got run down over a bunch of trauma I was going through, and I got the flu, and I thought I had rid of it, and it came back again, and now I've got a head cold. It's not the flu. This is different. I can tell the difference in this. This is just a head cold, but Lord have mercy. Oh, Weaves Gaming, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate it very much. Ivan says that he needs 359 more subs until he reaches the requirements. Well, sub up, sub down. That's all I can tell you. You know, get to subbing people, making friends with people. Go over to Professional Student. Just look her up there on YouTube, Professional Student, and look at some of her videos. She gives all kinds of links and stuff to people that will support your channel. So I strongly recommend that. B&J Hunting in the house. Let's see. I don't think I've missed anybody. Carolina #1 in the house. Yep. That I tell you, I'm still learning about YouTube, and I've been on YouTube now with all of my channels that I have about maybe 3 years total. And I'm still learning, and I've started working over on Twitch, so I'm learning that too. I try to learn a little something about something every day. I learned a little bit about YouTube today. So, you know, we're all in a learning curve here with how everything works. And then, you know, we get YouTube throwing curves at us all the time about what you can say and what you can't say, and what they're going to throw in spam files. If you use copy paste, they're going to throw your comments on videos in a spam file. If you say sub, they're going to throw it in a spam file. If you say like, they're going to throw it in a spam file. They need to do away with the doggone spam file and just, you know, let you decide what you want on your page and what you don't. They treat us like we need somebody to mother us. That might be okay for little kids, but, you know, I'm a grown person. I don't need them standing over top of me. Mike says that, hey, he's going to be back in a minute. He's trying to get the page to load on his computer. His computer must be giving him fits. Al says that I had a ground loop before an unwanted electrical current path in the circuit resulting in stray signals. Well, you know, it could be just in my head. Or interference occurring when earth points in the same circuit have different potentials. Well, the aliens might have landed. Oh. Yeah, well, Mike brings up a good point. If somebody leaves a nasty comment, you want to see it first and don't need them to tell you first. And now what I do, and I have people get confused by this, is I have to approve all my comments when they come in on my videos. And that way, it's not so much that I expect anybody to say anything nasty. It is that I want to see the comment. I want to read the comment. I want to acknowledge the comment. And if I just have them going willy-nilly on 150 or whatever, how many videos I've got, I'm not going to go over every video every day to see what comment somebody has made. So if I've got that set so that I have to approve the comment, I actually read the comment, approve the comment, and then I get to say whatever it is that I want to say about the comment. I mean, sometimes people ask me questions about the crafts and products and things that I use, and I need to answer those. I don't need them, you know, just going willy-nilly anywhere on my videos on YouTube. So it works out great for me. You know, for you, maybe not so much, but, you know, that's how it's working for me. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, Yukno Official is in the house. Good to have you in there. Practical Outdoorist is in the house. Good to have you out there. Well, I've got a cold. I've been better, but hey, you know, I'm still waking up above ground. So there's something to be said for that. But yeah, that's you know, always something to be learned about how things go here with YouTube. Yep. Carolina #1 says, I put a heart next to the comment, and that's how I know I read it and do it through Creator Studio. Exactly. Yeah, that I did the same thing, but I approve the comments, you know, that way I know I've seen it. And there's no question about me seeing it. Weaves Gaming says, if you want to enter my games console giveaway on Thursday, or you would like any banners created, just hit me up on my YouTube channel. So there you go, Weaves Gaming. Thank you, Practical Outdoors. Hit that like button, smash it. But I still have people crabbing about my comments going to the spam file. I had one yesterday say if I didn't stop sending spam messages that he was going to unsub me. So guess what? I stopped sending him any messages. All right. He gets no comments from me now at all. You know, don't threaten me. I'm sure, you know, his one subscription is not going to send me into a panic if he decides that he wants to leave. But I never seen so many people get so excited about messages going to a spam folder. You know, I'm just happy that they came and gave me a view. Maybe I'm different than everybody else. I don't know. Have I been creating anything today? Yes. Besides a lot of snot from this cold. I worked a little bit. I was on Twitch for a little while today. I do a 3 o'clock show on Mondays over on Twitch, and I worked a little bit on my deer plaque that I've been working on. I've still got a long ways to go on that, but I did a little bit more carving on that with the engraving tool, and So that's going to be a process. Probably going to take me a year to finish that the way I want to get it done. But yes, I did a little work today. Show you some of the things that I've worked on this week. I've been working on this wolf plaque. Some of you've seen a couple episodes of that. Tomorrow I will be probably putting some stain or paint or something to it. I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to be doing to it yet, but I'm going to do something to it. And I've been working on fishing lures. Any of you into fishing? I hand carved these lures. I made 7 of them, and I painted these with hydro dipped them, and I did it all over on Twitch. Shelly was there, watch me dip them over on the Twitch channel, and I put the eye hooks in them, and I put the treble hooks on them. And so I've got a bunch of fishing lures ready to rock for spring. So I've been working on them. I've worked on 3 of these little plaques, these PBO, well, it's not a plaque, it's a canvas. And then I put the magnets on the back of them. I did that over on the Twitch channel. And this is metallic paint over top of modeling paste that I made for a little frame on it. And I did 3 of those with PBO paint. See if I can get the glare off of it. See how that paint just, you put it down and then it sells. And there's one in purple that I did. And then the piece de la resistance, and I probably butchered that in French, but I did this buffalo plaque. Y'all watch me paint that on YouTube. There's the buffalo. I put metallic paint for the background, and I put a gold leaf frame around it. So there's the buffalo that I painted. So that's been the projects for this week that I've done up. And thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. Jay Thornton, 64 in the house. Good to see you in there. And Practical Outdoorist says that I'm very talented. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And oh, yeah, Shelly says, Brenda did awesome with the fishing lures over on Twitch. That was a comedy. More than anything, it was a comedy. I have arthritis in my thumbs really, really bad. And so things that are common for other people to be able just to do like it's nothing is not easy for me because I have cat paws. You know, our cats do not have opposing thumbs. Neither do I. So trying to take something, you know, like a lid off of a spray paint can might be easy for you. But for me, not so much. And I had one that was just giving me fits, didn't want to come off. So I just whacked it here on the corner of the desk. The lid just, you would have thought I was Hercules or something. That thing just exploded into shards. And the spray top thing on it even disappeared. I still haven't found that. I don't know where it went. So there's one can of paint that I may never be able to use, but Lord have mercy. Oh. Jack Butterworth in the house. Good to have you in there. You're tired. You just finished a 2-show day. Well, this is my 2nd one for the day. Well, actually, no, I take that back. This is my 4th one for the day because in the middle of the night, I did Twitch, and then I did my YouTube for today video, and then I did a live stream over on Twitch at 3, and now this is my 4th live stream or 4th show. So, and I'm sick. So, what's your excuse? Debbie is crafty, be like Debbie. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, Russ decided on Saturday night there on Simply Wooden Creations that my name should be Debbie, so he's calling me Debbie. Thank you, Practical Outdoors. You like my buffalo? Well, Jack, I tell you what, I have an Etsy store, and I'll ship overseas if you're willing to pay the shipping, and then you'll have something like that over there. Firebird ZXV8 in the house. Good to have you in there. Seeing some new names in there. Y'all need to sub me, leave a comment on a video, and that way I can get back to you and get you subbed up. I'm pretty good about taking care of the folks that sub up to me. I try to be anyway. Well, I haven't decided yet, but the buffalo will be on the Etsy store in the next couple of days. I've been taking pictures of some stuff that I've got to get up on the Etsy store, and that's going to be one of them. So when I get around to listing it on there, it'll be on there, and we'll get you all taken care of. Or you could send me a private message if you want to. Just go to my About page, hit that little, that looks like a little bubble thing for sending a message. Send me a message there through YouTube, and I'll get back to you, and we'll work it out. We'll fix it all up. Jack Butler says he's currently playing Samuel Seabury in Hamilton at the Victory Palace Theatre in London. That's all he's got. Awesome. Awesome. Makes me happy. Crafts in the house. Hey, everybody. Hey, back at you. Mimi38 in the house. Wants to know how I'm doing. First time stopping in on my live stream. Well, I've got a cold, but hey, I'm waking up above ground. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm hopped up on cold medication tonight, so it's hard telling what I'll say or do. Just chatting with everybody here in the chat room. DC, Kool-Aid, and Lisa in the house. Hey, good to see you. Glad you was able to stop in. Everybody smash that like button. Hit it like you mean it. Yeah, I had to switch stream, so I hope everybody catches up to me over here, because I had some kind of a problem with the microphone, and y'all need to be able to at least hear me if I'm going to do this thing. Well, Practical Outdoors, I'm glad you was able to stop in. Thanks for coming. Everybody just sub it up, sub it down, busting up, busting down, since YouTube wants to be silly about it. I never seen anything like that in my life. That I mean, if you're saying something nasty, I could see that they tell you, hey, there's way too much of that nasty talk going on. You need to stop it. But when you're talking about subbing somebody, well, is it throwing their algorithm out of gear, or because so much of it's being said? And they brought it on themselves when they upped the ante on the subs and the view hours. So, why are they giving us a do better when they're the ones that messed everything up in the first place? Why did the chicken have to leave the bar, Mike? He was fried? Yeah, okay. Boss Lady wants to know if I answered the question about Twitch. I didn't say the question about Twitch, boss. I want to throw it up there again. I'll watch for it this time. I'll pay attention. I like Twitch. I got a lot to learn about Twitch, but so far I'm liking Twitch. It is a live stream over there. I mean, you can add videos to it, but for the most part, what they want you to do is live stream. Vanessa is thanking everybody who subscribed to her. Turn across the road to get to the Shell station. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My World in OKC. Well, Twitch is a big outlet, but I wouldn't say it's like YouTube. It's got a lot of differences from YouTube. Their monetization program set up a little bit different. They got you on stair steps there as far as what you need to accomplish to be able to get to the monetization level. They just kind of walk you through the process. And there's a lot of tutorials and things over there that help you, which we don't have over here. It's blind leading the blind. You know, you got a lot of people with a lot of different ideas, and what works for one don't work for somebody else. Over there, Twitch is pretty much lined out the way it's supposed to work. A lot to learn, you know. I'll not make any bones about that. There's a lot of things you got to learn. Becky's Texas Woodshop is in the house. Good to have you in there. Yeah, I never did say your question there, boss, on what it was you wanted to know. I might not be able to answer it. Al might be able to. Al does live streams all the time over there on Twitch. I do a live stream every day and 2 on Monday over there, but you know, I'm new. I'm still learning how the whole thing works. Okay, on wood burning tools, I have a walnut hollow wood burner that I love. It's got a regulator on it so that you can regulate the temperature. This is my walnut hollow wood burning tool. And it has a regulator so you can regulate temperature. There's what the regulator looks like. And for doing like glass and plastics, you use it on the lower tier. For wood, you're going to go up to the higher levels. And you know, that's my biggest tip on wood burner. You can get all kinds of tip ins for these things, but I primarily use the calligraphy tip. When you get one, you'll decide which tip you like best for doing your burning. The reason I like the calligraphy tip, I don't know if I can get it up here so that you can see it. It's curved on the end. See? And I can turn that different directions to get different kinds of burns out of it, and I don't have to keep changing tips constantly. So that's why I like the calligraphy tip the best. But your mileage may vary. You know, every artist is different in what they like to use and what they want to produce. So, you know, you might need to use something entirely different, but I like my walnut hollow. You can get cheaper ones. I mean, this isn't very expensive, but you can get cheaper ones that don't have a regulator, but then you'll only be burning wood. So, you know, you get what you pay for. But that would be my advice on a wood burner. Get something with a regulator. Firebird said you got a cheap one. Well, see, I got a cheap one too. And they are useful. I'm not going to kid you. They are useful. There are times when I'll need 2 wood burners going. I'm working on a wood burning project and I don't want to keep changing tips all the time, and I need 2 different tips. So I'll have the cheap one with 1 tip in it, and then I have my walnut hollow with another tip in it, and I can switch back and forth without having to remove the tips all the time. You know, so don't get rid of it. It's still going to be useful. It's just not going to be as useful as something with a regulator. Becky said she made one of those plastic trash bag holders from wood. Anna White did one. You'll have to give me the link to that over on Facebook, Becky. Let me take a look at it. What got me into crafting? Boredom. When I was a kid, I was raised on a farm, and we was way out in the middle of the country, and there wasn't any other kids around close. We lived 7 miles from town, and you had to use your imagination and be creative with what you had to do. My family didn't have a whole lot of money, so didn't get a whole lot of toys and stuff. I had a bicycle and I had a couple dolls, you know, it just some minor things. We didn't have electronics back then. So I started out learning how to do weaving with potholder looms. You remember them? And then my granny taught me how to knit. And then I taught myself how to crochet. And then granny taught me how to make soap, and she taught me a lot of different things. I make soap, but I don't do it the way granny used to. We've got a whole lot of different, better ingredients and things now than what she used. But, you know, that's kind of how I got started, was being a kid and being curious and needing to have something productive to do. I garden. I gardened then, and I still garden today. Boss Lady Lexi had a question about Twitch, Al, but I didn't see it. I asked her to post it back up there so that we could see it and try to answer it for her. A barbecue pit? That's a different kind of wood burner. Vanessa's leaving. It's bedtime. I understand that. Good to have you in there. Glad you stopped by. Exploring with CF in the house. Gina Wells-Hulse is in the house. Good to have y'all in there. Some of you are over on my Facebook, you know, and see some of the silly stuff that I post over there. And I posted one within the last day or two. I don't know. Time flies when you're having fun. And I thought that I would read it here to y'all so you could get a kick out of it too, those of you that ain't on my Facebook page. But, you know, I'm getting older. I ain't no spring chicken anymore. And you know, I'm looking at 70 and waving. But I stopped having birthdays a long time ago. I'm still 29. I just have anniversaries of my 29th birthday. Do I have any videos on how I make soap? No. And there won't be any. I spent 30 years getting my recipe perfected, and I don't give my recipe out to nobody. There are tons and tons of videos and groups and stuff out there that make soap. And you have to play with your own recipe and get it the way you want it to be. So I recommend going on Facebook, going on YouTube and typing in how to make soap, and you'll get a billion results back, and just start going through them and then start testing things out and get your soap the way you want it made. But mine is goat's milk soap. It's got almond oil in it. It's got shea butter. It's got liquid silk. That's just some of the ingredients in it. It's all natural, except, of course, for lye. And lye is actually natural. It's not really a chemical if you do it right. So, you know, that's what I got to say about the soap making. Let's see. What else we got? I think that pretty much covered it. So I'm going to read this thing that I put up on Facebook because I think y'all get a kick out of it. As you get older, this is what you're going to have to look forward to. This is something that happened in an assisted living center. The people who live there have small apartments, but they all eat at the central cafeteria. And one morning, one of the residents didn't show up for breakfast. So this guy's wife went upstairs and knocked on the door to see if everything was okay. She could hear him through the door, and he said that he was running late and would be down shortly. So she went back to the dining area. An hour later, they still hadn't arrived. So she went back up towards his room, and she found him on the stairs. He was coming down the stairs, but was having a heck of a time. He had a death grip on the handrail and seemed to have trouble getting his legs to work right. She told him she was going to call an ambulance, but he told her no. He wasn't in any pain and just wanted to have his breakfast. So she helped him the rest of the way down the stairs, and he had his breakfast. But when he tried to return to his room, he was completely unable to get up the first step. So they called an ambulance. A couple hours later, she called the hospital to see how he's doing, and the receptionist there said he was fine. They just had both of his legs in one leg of his boxer shorts. And then it finishes up here saying, I'm sending this to my children so that they don't sell the house before they know the facts. I got the biggest kick out of that. So I wanted to share. I figured y'all get a kick out of it too. Yes, Twitch is owned by Amazon. And they're coming out with an actual YouTube rival soon. Boy, I hope so. I mean, I like Twitch as it is, but you know, a lot of people, when they first pull it up, they see a lot of gaming stuff show up, and so they think it's just a gaming thing, and it's not. If you get in there and get to look, and they got a lot of different kinds of videos on there. A lot of creators are over there. Swedish Ninja in the house. What's up, Sky? Ceiling. So I hope y'all got a kick out of the poor feller there at the assisted living center. Because that could be any one of us soon. Just reading here what Al was saying there about Twitch. Yes, they were originally in place for streaming games, but it has grown into so much more. Now, in order to be over there, you got to know how to do the OBS. And the OBS, if I can figure it out, y'all can figure it out. I'm not going to say I know everything there is to know about OBS because I don't, but I know it enough that I can get on with it now. You just have to look up some tutorials or talk to some people that have OBS, and they'll tell you how to set it all up. Yeah, mom. Know what mom knows? Shelly. She set up the Sedesto Woodworking Facebook group today. And for any of you that maybe missed last week, or maybe missed her show where I was on, or missed us over there on Simply Wooden Creations where she talked about it, she has come up with this glue that you mix it in with sawdust, and it makes a wood product that you can use for a lot of different things. I'm going to be using it in crafting. So, you know, you might want to check out this product she has. She's going to be doing some more videos on exactly how to make it. She's giving out the recipe, but she's going to show you exactly how to make it and ways to use this product. And it's really cool. You like my story, Shelly, over on the other channel? That's it. My other channel's in the description of the video. You can look it up if you want to, where I tell all kinds of stories about things that's happened in my life. And I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Twitch. You can follow me, or Twitter. I'm on all of those. I don't even know where I'm at. You're allowed to find me anywhere. I've been on Simply Wooden Creations on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. You find me over in Green Bay Wacky's chat on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sunday nights, where I mod. Walker Outdoors, I mod for him on Saturdays. Whenever Old Not Dead has a live stream, I go on his if I'm available, if I can find him. Yeah, Debbie's all over. You can find Debbie anywhere. I guess, you know, with the new do, I get a new name. Is that how it works? I mean, I'm staying warm and dry as long as I stay in the house. It's poured the rain last night and today. I think it's supposed to rain some more tomorrow. But I'd rather have the rain than snow. So, you know, give some, take some, I guess. Mr. Teddy Bear, he wants to know how I am. I got a cold. I'm hopped up on cold medicine tonight, so I'm not able to say anything. Yeah, Brenda's busy. Brenda is retired, and she's busier now. And I've heard people say that for years. I'm retired, but I'm busier now than when I worked. And I thought, well, how can that possibly be true? Well, now I know. I'm retired, and I'm busier now when I was working 18-hour days. Yeah, Simply Wooden Creations panel over on Simply Wooden Creations with Russ. They're on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Did I say something different than that, Al? I don't know. Like I say, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, Shelly gets a hoot out of my stories that I tell over on the other channel. Did you hear the one? Did you listen to the one about the quarters? Yeah, Brenda's like the NSA. She's everywhere. 3 channels now. Man, oh man. Well, actually, I have 3. The one, I don't do anything on it anymore. It's where I used to do the news, and I quit doing that about a year and a half ago. But I every once in a while, I'll go and put a story or something up on the other channel, and then this one is my busy channel. And then I do Twitch. So I guess technically you could say I have 3 channels, 3 active channels. Rain tomorrow in Houston. Well, as long as it's not another hurricane. Don't need no more of that down there. You haven't listened to one about the quarters? You'll enjoy that one. I don't know that I want to tell it here. We might have kids listening, and that's a story from when I was a kid. And they don't need to learn anything like that. TJ's Woodworking Shop in the house. Good to see you in there. Green Bay Wacky put up a show earlier today about, well, you know, it's one of his comedy things. It's only a couple minutes long, but it was about the Olympics and how he doesn't keep up with the Olympics. He doesn't know what's going on with it. And that kind of got me thinking about, I don't watch it either. To me, it's kind of boring. There's, you know, not a whole lot there that really interests me. And so me and my stupor with the cold medication, that's what I'm going to blame it on. I got to thinking, what would they have to do to make it interesting enough to make people watch it? And so I'm curious as to how creative y'all are. And I want you to type something in there in the chat on what they would need to do for an Olympic event that would make it interesting enough that you would want to watch the Olympics. Because the one I came up with is they'd need to be walrus hunting on pogo sticks with pop guns. That I'd watch. Let's see if y'all can come up with something better than that. I mean, these are winter games, you know, so walruses, winter. Gum chewing. Will you watch that? See, I don't know. Gum chewing probably wouldn't spark me. You know, it needs to be inventive. It needs to be creative. It needs to be challenging. I mean, can you imagine trying to hunt a walrus on a pogo stick with a pop gun? Mike says NASCAR racing event or deer hunting. Woodworking projects. How about maybe karate woodworking projects? They can't use a saw. They either have to chew their way through it or they have to beat it to death to get it the size they want it. Paintball target shooting, ski jumpers. Yeah, I'd watch that. Okay. That would be interesting. Wow, chewing gum. Okay. Maybe bubble gum. See how big of bubbles they can blow while they're doing that. But, I mean, at least make it interesting. I always thought the football would be far more entertaining if they had like exploding footballs or some landmines or something on a football field. Michelle's got a cool idea now for a new video. She's gonna go walrus hunting on a pogo stick. Or she's gonna chew up some wood. Oh Lord. So that's how my mind works. I'm always creating something. Sometimes it's trouble. Start the cars in opposite directions, only give them 20 laps. see if they can avoid each other. I think right now, from what I'm not a NASCAR fan, but from what little I've watched of it, it seems like they kind of aim for each other. Let's see if they can avoid hitting each other. B&J Hunting in the house. Mike Walker doesn't like that idea. He wants them to hit each other. They're always turning left. Wasn't there a song about that at one time? To the left, to the left. Am I monetized already? No, I should have been. I was all lined up for them to review, and then they changed the rules. So I still need view time in order to hit their quota for the view time. So anybody got any extra bandwidth and would like to play some of my videos to help me with some view time, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I have a list of people that need help with view time as well. So if you need help, you can leave a message on any of my videos saying "in it to win it." That's all you have to say. And then I'll go to your channel and put you in the list and be playing your videos for you. Oh, we get entertained and thin the herd all at once. There you go. Oh, makes me happy. Crafts is back. Good to see you back. We're talking about the Olympics and what event would they have to come up with to make it interesting enough for people to watch it? Because I don't watch it. It doesn't. It's not interesting enough for me. So I came up with walrus hunting while riding a pogo stick using a pop gun. And I'm seeing, what y'all come up with. Holy smokes, CF. You need to get on the bus wagon and get you some more buses. You ought to drop me an email and I will send you a list that you can go through of supportive channels. You send it to me at, let me type it in here. Send me an email at that address. So that I have your email, because it's too big for me to post any place on YouTube. And I will send you the file. If you work that list, you'll have it in a couple days. You got buses, you're looking for a train. Little John's Fishing Adventures in the house. Good to have you in there. Everybody just busting up and busting down. Getting to know each other. We're telling stories, having a little fun. We was talking about the Olympics and what they'd have to make for an event to make it interesting enough for people to actually watch it. And my idea was walrus hunting, because, you know, it's winter sports, walrus hunting while riding a pogo stick using a pop gun. Yeah, but is that, I'm assuming that's Gmail? Okay. All right. I've got it written down on my list here, and I will drop you that file. Anybody else that wants it, you just send me an email. So you need the list, and I'll send it to you. I got messages and stuff popping up here, all kinds of notifications. Boy, I tell you what, I should have been this popular in high school. Still popping up. They all are going crazy over there. You're slipping on your job. Yep. I had to approve that one. You're asleep. Rolling in fishing guts and outrunning the polar bear relay. Yeah, I'd watch that. Yep. Oh. Mike, I need to send you my current list because it's got some more on it. I'll make a note of that here of folks that need watch time. It's got the old ones on, but it's got some new ones too, so you just have to go through them and see what ones you need to do. Your computer froze. Well, bring it in out of the cold. Does that need some cold medicine too? I'll be glad when I can stop taking the medicine and start feeling decent again. This is just one of those old-fashioned colds that you get where you just, your muscles feel like they just need somebody to wring them out. You know, this isn't like the flu stuff that was going around. This is just one of those gets in your muscles and makes you, it's not really even an ache. It's just, you just feel like a sponge. Ears froze, you bought it a jacket. YouTube's been playing with all kinds of things. There's a bunch of us. The people that we're sub to, they unsub us for some reason, so we're not sub to them anymore. You know, and I wonder, why am I not getting notification? What, you know, what's going on here? And sometimes it's just the notification bell's turned off, and sometimes they've just unsubbed me from that channel. Why? I have no idea. I mean, I've been active with them. There's no reason for it to happen. Then, you know, the fluctuation in the numbers, both in the subs and in the view, up and down and up and down. It's like a yo-yo. So I don't know what's up with all that. Be Happy's in the house. Hello to you. Moneymaker 254 in the house. Yep, you know me from over in Green Bay Wackies. I'm that one that puts all the rhymes in the in the chat room. I do most of that just to see if anybody's paying attention. Because that thing moves so fast, you know? And so I'll put stuff up there and like, oh my goodness. I mean, it's easy when I'm typing it out, but you actually think about what I put up there. Little boy blue blew the horn on the bus up. I got a bus painted it pink. Change your socks, your feet are stinking. Little Miss Muppet sat on her tuffet. Don't be lazy, bus up. Green Bay Wacky's in the house. Woohoo! Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Yeah. Wacky's in the house. I love that video you put up today of your daughter. Oh my goodness gracious. This guy's funny, and his poor daughter Haley, she's trying to come out the door, and he's filming her coming out the door. She slipped on some ice and like to broke her neck out there. It was funny. I'm glad she's okay, but it was funny, funny, funny. See, now she gets to be my age, and it's funny because when you get to be my age, you're down and you're not getting back up. When you're young, you know, you stumble like that, and then you're up on your feet immediately, and you kind of looking around. Anybody see that? But now when you're my age, you fall, you're flat, and you're looking around to see if there's anybody that's going to help you up. Everybody's in here just subbing up, subbing down, having a good time. We was talking about the Olympics. I brought up the video that you put up about the Olympics. And my question to everybody is, what would make it interesting enough? What kind of event would they have to have in order to make it interesting enough for people to actually watch it? You know, and I told him my idea was the walrus hunting with somebody riding a pogo stick with a pop gun, because I'd actually watch that. And somebody else in here come up with a good one. They said, roll them in fish guts and then let them run the polar bear relay. See if they can outrun the polar bears. That would be funny. Yeah, Shelly, she's one of my wrenches in here. She says she's going to have to check your channel out because I talk about you all the time. When I grow up, like that's ever going to happen, but when I grow up, I'm going to be a cross between Minnie Pearl and Green Bay Wacky. I'm a product of a love child between Minnie Pearl and Green Bay Wacky. Now that's some funny stuff right there. Do I make diabetic soaps? Because others are eating Tide Pods. Hey, I'll tell you what, these kids eating Tide Pods, their parents need to tell them, hey, why don't you take them Tide Pods and go try doing some laundry? That's what I'd have told mine. You know, and if they really want a challenge, instead of challenge of eating Tide Pods, why don't they try eating lawn brownies? And anybody that's got a dog knows what those are. Okay. Olympic politician chasing with pitchforks. Doesn't that already happen? I think they got that going on somewhere. Especially on election year. Okay, CF has to go get ready for his lung therapy. We see you when you get back. Yeah, Minnie Pearl's, oh, she was an icon. My goodness gracious, they don't make them like her anymore. They broke the mold with her. I really looked up to her when I was a kid, watching her on the Grand Ole Opry and Midwestern Hayride. Most of you too young to remember any of that. Green Bay needs to go over to Know What Mom Knows and take a look at the video. Shelly telling, or put a link up to that video that you did. The gosh, I forget what it's called now. That spoof that you did on the woodworkers. And do a laundry challenge. There you go. I'll need a laundry challenge after they get done with that polar bear relay and the walrus chasing. Good to see everybody out there making friends and subbing to each other. And you know, that's more important than the subs themselves, is making friends and being supportive of each other's channels. That's something that we've really got to work on. I've had issues with the misinformation video. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. My goodness. But yeah, I've had issues with people not liking the comments that I leave on their videos because I cover so much territory. It's the only way that I can do it is if I use a lot of copy paste comments on videos. It means I've been there. It means that I've played your video. It means that I've left a like on your video. But because it's copy paste, it'll go into a spam folder. And people that, I mean, not everybody. There's a lot of people that's happy to get the comment, even if it goes to spam. But I've had some of them just have a fit. And I can't leave everybody a personalized message and cover ground to keep people's videos playing and keep things going. I've got over 1,700 subs. So if I'm going to cover a lot of ground, and I probably still don't cover all of them because the games that YouTube plays with turning off bells and taking subscriptions off and all the things that they're doing, I cover as much ground as I can. But, you know, if people can't be understanding about the fact that sometimes you have to use some copy paste because you just don't have time, you wouldn't have time to cover their channels. Otherwise, well, then I guess they're just going to have to get upset. They let me know, then I just stop leaving the comments for them because I'm only one person. I can only do so much. You know, there is life outside of the internet. They aren't the only channel I'm sub to. Yeah, there's no possible way to cover them all, especially when, you know, some of them are like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long videos. You can't be sitting there and watching all that unless it's something that you're extremely interested in, something that you think you're going to learn something from. You have to hit it, leave your comment, let it play in the background, move on to somebody else's thing. I'm like Green Bay. I'll have, you know, 25 tabs of people's stuff playing. Plus, I've got a couple of tabs of people's whole lists playing at the same time. Green Bay's next live stream will be Thursday night at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Anybody that's not subbed to Green Bay, you need to get over there and sub up. I mean, you know, it's hard for me to imagine that there's people that's not subbed up to him, but I know, you know, when there's millions and millions of people on YouTube and, you know, he's got 3,000 subs, that there's people that have not subbed to him. If you're not subbed, you need to get over there and sub up. Bus him. Show up for the live streams. Watch his videos. He got some funny videos. I ain't even seen them all. You got 8 tabs up right now? Yep. I know what you mean. Shoot, I don't even know how many I've got going up here right now on mine. Say 2, 4, 6, 7. I got 9, counting, you know, the hangout. Tuesday. See, I don't even know what day it is anymore because of this cold medicine. This cold medicine has me messed up. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, he does live streams over on his channel, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time. be coherent enough to say it right once. Oh, I don't know what it's going to take for me to stop being sick. Yeah, Green Bay, you come up in a little late, but I've got a cold again. This isn't the pneumonia kind of thing that I had before. It's a head cold, but Lord have mercy, it's been kicking me around. Went to the Carver's meeting Wednesday night, and when I'm come in there with cold, and I thought, Lord, I hope I don't end up with it. And by Saturday night, yep, it was kicking in. I was a mess yesterday. Been a mess all day today. Hitting the cold medicine, back on the antibiotics again, fluid, sleep, all that stuff that you got to do when you get sick. But yeah, everybody's been having a big time in here. I've been telling them stories, and we've been talking about crafts. We've been talking about the Olympics. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Every once in a while, a girl's got to straighten herself up a little bit, do something different. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Last haircut I got was awful. Lord heavens. Let me put it this way. It was so bad that salon is now closed. I was turning out some bad hair over there. So, yeah. I have to drive an hour to get to my girl, but at least she knows how to do hair. Peloto's toys, playtime in the house. Your son has a fever? Oh, I hate to hear that. That's what I had with the flu pneumonial thing that I had going on. I haven't had a fever with this. It's just a head cold, one of those, old sinus things. Well, I'm on a leave. I take a leave, but I'm also on antibiotic. I'm on cold medication. I'm on vitamin C. I'm forcing the fluids, all that to get the toxins out. And just enough to make you feel miserable. Yeah, they have, it's not subscribe, it's sub. I think you can say subscribe. You can't say sub. The algorithm throws it into spam if you say sub. And I think it's also that way if you say like in comments. Like and sub are thrown into the spam folder. And somehow they know if you're using copy paste. And if you use copy paste, they throw that to the spam folder. So just about everything that I send ends up in somebody's spam folder. And then I have people getting mad because the stuff I post is put to the spam folder. I don't control YouTube. The only one I can control is me. And I can't leave a personalized message on everybody's videos that I pull up and play. Can't you be glad that you're getting your video played? Just, be glad somebody left a comment wherever it ended up. Be glad that they liked your video and be glad they played it. Because right now, with everybody running in a panic over this 4,000 hour thing, you're lucky to get that. How do I feel now? Well, comfortably numb at the moment till the medication wears off and my head starts running like a sugar maple again. I'll feel better when it goes away. But yeah, this sinuses all up in here, my ears popping and cracking like static. Magical Touch TMT, first time live. Well, I'm glad to have you in the house. I hope you're following everybody here. Do I do carving? Yeah, all these fishing lures. Maybe you got in here late, but I showed some of these fishing lures that I carved. And there's a fishing lure that I carved, hydro dipped. I've got the hooks on it. I've got 7 of these that I've done so far. I've got more getting ready, but they start out like this. Piece of wood that I draw basic shape on, and then I take a knife and I carve out anything that ain't the shape. And then once I get the shapes carved out, then I go over them with a knife around the edges and smooth them down. And then I sand the far out of them with about 3 different grits of sandpaper and get them really, really smooth. And then I put the eye hooks in the nose, tail, and belly. And then I hydro dip them. I put the triple thick glaze on them. And then I put the hooks on them. But that's how it starts out. It's just a piece of wood. Green Bay Wacky, bless your heart. Thank you, kind sir. Greatly appreciated. Love you to death, brother. Yep. He donated $10 to the cause. Yes, this is a viewer back channel. I appreciate it. I certainly do. Yep. Walker Outdoors says, smash that like button. Smash it! I do that for everybody that goes to Green Bay's chats and they see me typing that in there. Smash that like button. Smash it! Because once it's been heard, it can't be unheard. And when they read it, they're going to hear that in their head. J4 Flynn's in the house. Jeff Robinson in the house. Good to have y'all in here. Can't get notification stuff popping up here on the screen. Gotta keep it clear enough that I can see what's going on. But it's great to see everybody out there that's subbing to each other, making friends. Okay, Green Bay, I understand. Tell her we said hey. Well, bless your heart. Thank you for coming. That's some YouTube royalty right there, folks. Green Bay Wacky. He does so much for the small YouTuber. Magical Touch says, I do not have prints, but I am having a live auction this Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to see Magical Touch's auction, go over there and sub up to Magical Touch. Toes Toys Playtime says they need more friends and supporters. I think everybody does. Yeah, everybody go to Twitter too and follow Green Bay Wacky over there on Twitter. Follow me too. I'm over on Twitter and I have an Instagram account. And for the life of me, I don't really know how both of them fully function at this point. I'm new to both of them, but I'm learning as I go with those as well. Who would have thought, you'd live to be my age and have to, relearn everything under the sun. But thank you, Green Bay. I appreciate that. Love to you, brother. Well, we're here to help each other. If we can't help each other, Tennessee Eagle 3 in the house. Well, see, I don't have one of them smartphones. And most of that Twitter and Instagram stuff takes place on the smartphone. And it's difficult to use them, or at least in my experience, it's difficult to use them on laptop. So, I'm still trying to learn how to get it to all function on a laptop. I may eventually have to break down and get a smartphone. I hope not. But I could probably get more accomplished if I did. It's just an expense that I can't really afford right now. When you're retired and on Social Security, you know, just making inmates tough. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mike. Can't get it to work on the laptop. You do it on the phone. Um, I mean, I can share my YouTube videos on Twitter, but I can't share them on Instagram. I haven't figured out how to do it on Instagram, and YouTube doesn't have a link to be able to share it on Instagram. Um, and a lot of pictures and things that I'd like to put up of the artwork and things that I make on Instagram, but I don't know how to do it on a laptop. I can't figure that part out. And I've had people that know something about Instagram try to help me, and they can't figure out how I'm supposed to do it on a laptop either. I think you have to have a phone. Seems to me like they, you know, since these people to make these products would make it so that anybody would be able to use it, no matter what kind of a device, whether you're using a tablet, a phone, a laptop, a desktop computer, whatever kind of thing you're using, you ought to be able to use their product. But that would make sense. That's why they don't put me in charge of things. So has everybody about got their bussing up and bussing down done? You got any more you need to do? Yep, Shelley makes a good point. She said, make sure to give Brenda a thumbs up and check out each other's channels too. Don't just subscribe. Make sure to get off the bus and stay a while. Support is an action word. Magical Touch name is Carol. Glad to meet you, Carol. Yeah, and when you have over 1,000 subscribers, or 2,000 subscribers, or you know, however many subscribers you have, and if you have a job to boot, or children, or you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on in your life, it is very difficult. You know, I'll be the first to admit it's very difficult to make a lot of friends online and get to know these people that are sub to your channel. However, sometimes you just have to take a few minutes once in a while, especially if you find somebody that's very supportive of you, or if you find somebody that's content that you're really interested in, you really love the stuff that they do, take a few minutes and get acquainted with that person, at least enough that you can correspond back and forth with them a little bit. Because just having acquaintances all the time is not really going to make your channel that successful. You're going to need a little bit of support system. So even if you can just take, say, 5 minutes a day and say, okay, I've got 5 minutes right here. I'm going to spend it here on the internet. I'm going to go, you know, such and such channel. They've really been supporting me. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to check them out and see what their videos are all about and leave them some kind of a personal comment or whatever. I try to leave a few personal comments every day. I don't get to leave a whole lot of them because I'm covering a lot of territory, but I try to take just a few minutes every day and leave a few personal comments to people about their videos, or, you know, whatever, something maybe they've said on my channel on a comment. And so I'll leave them a comment on theirs, let them know, hey, I saw that. Thank you for visiting my channel. And, you know, here's the answer to your question or whatever. Try to do that for people. That way you're making some friends. You're getting a good steady base set up. You're getting a foundation laid. Giving everybody a chance to get their bussing up and bussing down done. Yeah, I leave a lot of comments. A lot of them are copy and paste, but I try to leave a few personalized comments here and there. Yep, you're a busy mom. You got kids to take care of. You got a life. You got shopping to do. You got things that's got to be done at home to take care of. You don't have a lot of time to spend. I understand that. So, that's why I use copy paste a lot. I've had to switch it up some because I used to say, I can even remember showing support, liked your video, number such and such. Okay, well, or if I said, thanks for subbing my channel, I've had to change that to, I've joined your channel. I've changed that up, showing some love, thumbs up, that sort of thing. J4 Films, shout out. Chester Cat, 1956 in the house. Good to have you in there. Yeah, I've got a lot to learn if I ever know anything. I've got a green screen, don't know how to use it. One of these days I'll get that figured out. Maybe I can do some things like Wacky does where I can put stuff up in the background for folks and take you places, Now, I'll not do it like he did, because he does his where he takes you to China and he takes you to Hawaii and he takes you in there. I'm going to take you bizarre places because that's how I roll. Okay, Shelly, I understand. Good to have you in there. I'm probably not going to be here a whole lot longer myself. We'll give it another 6 minutes. That'll put it on here for an hour and a half. So everybody, this is last call. You got 6 minutes, and the chat will stay up even after I shut down. So you can leave the chat up, and you can, continue to sub and talk to each other as long as the chat stays up. I understand, Shelly. You got things to do too. Well, thank you, J4 Films. I'm glad you appreciate it. What are the thumbs up doing? I don't know that I followed that. I mean, thumbs up is a like on your video. Mike's eating peanut butter. Tongue's going to stick to the roof of your mouth. Yeah, well, see, I type it once, then I scroll over it and copy it, and there I've got it. And then I can just go from video to video and leave them all plays. I just leave a whole string of tabs up on the computer. They're playing in the background while I'm going through. And then when I get caught up, I go back through and I see which ones are done. The ones that are done, it's played through. Then I can close out that tab and go back the other direction again and see which ones have closed out. And then something else, more notifications pop up. I could just keep clicking on them and doing the same thing. And if there's somebody that's got something that I think I really need to listen to because of whatever their title is, like Pappy Pinnell, his wife is in the hospital. And when I saw that come up on the screen, yes, I played that. I wanted to hear what was going on with his wife. So I listened to that. But, if it's something that is not going to demand my immediate attention, then it's just going to play in the background, the audio off on it, while I keep going through tabs. And folks are going to get upset because I've left them a comment that ends up in their spam folder because it's something YouTube's doing that I don't have any control over. If they wanted to get mad about it, I'll just stop leaving them comments, because I'm not going to get involved in a bunch of drama trying to argue it out. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Hey, having hot cocoa. I see some of that in my future. I'll take that before I go to bed tonight. Warm up my innards. Gaming dudes in the house. Girls always talks in the house. You got 3 more minutes before I shut it down. But of course, the chat will stay up for, I think, about 15 minutes after I shut it down. Just leave the chat up. You can still, even after the chat stops allowing anybody to talk, you can still leave it up. I mean, I've left mine up for hours. And you go through, anybody that you're not sub to them, tell them, subbed you through BrendaG's. Well, don't say sub. Said joined you through BrendaG. If you say sub, they'll throw it in the spam folder and penny's getting a wad. Yeah, Backwoods Billy says he ignores drama. Don't let someone else's mental defect control you. Exactly. It says more about them than it does about you. So, they're going to get their shorts in a wad about the whole thing. Okay. And I just stopped leaving them comments. I'm not going to argue with them. They'll figure it out when they've stopped getting my comments at all. They don't, they'll be looking in their spam folder wishing that there was a comment there. They change their tune. They want to come back and say, I'm sorry, would you please leave me one of your spam comments? Sure, I'll go back to, leaving comments again. Makes me happy, Crafts. I'm glad you stopped in. Yep. Support them if they support you. But I mean, I've had ones that they're supporting me. I'm supporting them. I'm leaving them comments, but the comments are going into the spam folder because I'm using copy paste because I'm trying to cover a lot of ground and make everybody happy all at the same time. And somebody's going to get upset about that. Well, sorry, if my support, the kind of support I'm giving you isn't good enough for you, then I just won't be supporting you anymore. I don't have time to fight with you about it. I'm doing 16 shows a week. I'm doing 8 here on YouTube and 8 over on Twitch. Besides that, I have a home to run. I don't have anybody to run errands for me. I don't have anybody to do my cleaning for me or cooking for me or, anything else for me. I'm on my own. I only have so much time. While it looks like I'm on YouTube all the time, I'm not. I have a life outside of the computer. So I don't have time to fuss about what's in the spam folder, for crying out loud. And I don't think anybody else really does either. If you do, good for you. You need to come over here and clean my house, run my errands, do my laundry. I got stuff for you to do. You'll stop thinking about the spam folder when I get done with you. Tennessee Eagles enjoying the chat. The DIY channel, of course I remember you, honey. I think I was just over there today. I don't know. One day runs into the next, especially on cold medication. But I was there not long ago. Nana's ass cooking craft corner in the house. You don't know what you walked into, honey. Brenda's on cold medication, and so she might be a little stranger than usual tonight. Oh, well, listen, guys, it's 9:30. I said I was going to get out of here at 9:30, so I'm going to be shutting it down. You can leave the chat up. You can chat until it decides that it's going to not allow you to make contact anymore, but you can still leave it up. You can still click on the 3 dots behind somebody's chat thing there and bust to them. Do whatever you need to do there, get acquainted with somebody, leave them comments on their videos, whether it's copy paste or whether, you say, joined you through BrendaG, whatever it is that you're going to do it. And, start building you up a good foundation for your channel. So with all that being said, I'm going to back out of here, guys, and rest my poor aching sinuses. And hopefully I'll be mended up in a little better shape next week. But I'll be leaving videos every day, just like always. If I don't leave a video, you better send somebody because I'm probably dead. Follow me over there on Twitch. Go over to Twitch, BrendaG's Designs over there. And, Twitter and Instagram and my other channel and my Etsy store. I mean, I'm everywhere. And with all that being said, there's only one thing left to say, and that's Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. Bye.